love like, ooh, I got her. Yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough. Better known as the boogie down. All sookie now. Get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year we got the Trevor Lawrence. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in Youth League. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Isaiah McKenzie. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the #4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The short throw pulled in by Woods. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on 1 throw.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
On those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
And now Now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Richardson looking to throw this. And that's going to be incomplete. The Colts at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. This taken in by Downs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at 3rd and 8 coming up. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Back to the air with Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Gets past one man. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne powering forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leaked the running back out and sent him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fuller run showed Fadukasi there on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, a 14-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. McKenzie now to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Cup 19, Cup 19, ready.
Richardson. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Go, League, go, go.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down and 4.
19-18.
Now it's Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Screenplay, here's ETN. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence will throw. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Here we go.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 28-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. Now a hit and a loose football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, Sahara.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Lawrence, and this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Seven Pirates.
Off play action, Richardson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Richardson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hey, Lion.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Go check.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's got Pierce. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. And it certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. They go play action with Richardson. Rolling to his right. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
3rd down, here's a run by Moss. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They throw it out right complete, and now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Lawrence in trouble here, and down he goes, back at the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. That complete to Downs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Play action. Now Richardson. Fighting, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Richardson off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price.